I'm gonna keep this very PG. I study some X-rated stuff. I'm Ashley Thompson, and I'm an associate professor in psychology here at the University of Minnesota Duluth. I am a social psychologist by training, and my research interests relate broadly to romantic relationships and sexuality. But if I had to describe one arm of my research in detail, it would be that I study anything and everything related to monogamy. I also do a lot of work with online romantic relationships and sexuality. I work with different apps, like matchmaking apps like Match.com. A lot of my research on romance and sexuality focuses on young adulthood, because this is the age when you start forming lasting, meaningful romantic relationships. And so you might have the opportunity to participate in one of my studies about how do you structure your relationships. Psychology is a really versatile degree. So you have students that go into case management. You have students that actually go into education if they can get an education degree and certificate along with it. You can go into rehabilitation services. You can go into specific forms of counseling. Things like therapy, those usually require higher degrees, like graduate degrees, but all of those are options when you graduate with a bachelor's in psychology. So some fun facts about me are Arnold Schwarzenegger stepped on my foot. I did my grad work in Canada. My front 3 teeth are fake because when I was a kid, I got hit with a golf club, a softball, and then the neighbor boy's head when we were playing football. I have a side job. I own a dance studio here in Duluth. And it relates to another fun fact that I was a drummer in a metal band. So the best part of UMD is where it's located. We are in a super unique location. There's so much outdoor activities. It's such a cool community. And UMD has great ties to that community. There's lots of work that students can do because of their affiliation with UMD, with all kinds of community organizations and institutions. And so what makes UMD great is Duluth. And seeing my students excel, seeing my students get their dream jobs, seeing my students get into graduate programs, seeing my students present at conferences, seeing my students just happy to be in my office chatting about our research, that's the key, and that's what I'm most proud of.